Hey guys, Mr. Lux, back. Today, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna try out this third-person Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer game. They have a third-person multiplayer setting, which kind of puts you in the mind of kind of like SOCOM. For those of you who have played it on the played it on the PS1 and PS2. Was it on the PS1? No, on the PS2. So I played a little bit of it when I unlocked it, and whereas I think once I put some more time in it, I'll have a lot more fun with it. But it does take some getting used to. Oops, let me fix that again. It takes some getting used to because you have to adjust the way you aim. The aim adjust isn't like, well, the aiming isn't like it is when you're playing in first person. In first person, it seems like you have more control over exactly what you're looking at, obviously. But in third person, you have to compensate for the sight being slightly offset, and you'll see what I mean. But actually, first let's do this. Let me go to Xbox. Let me do a private match, and I'll just show you before I jump into a game. Game mode. See if we can do a free for all, game rules, and see over here at the very bottom, gameplay options, third person. Let's enable that. Hardcore mode. I always like to play hardcore. To me, it's just more realistic, and it forces you to play with a little more tactics and strategy rather than just running around, running and gunning, chucking grenades, shooting people just to get a perk, get your perks and stuff. So even though I know it's not going to matter because I'm doing a kind of like just a test run through the map, but we're going to free for all, and let's see. We'll do the there's like 16 maps, I believe, and here they are right here. Run through them real quick so you can see pictures of them. And I'm sure by now most of you have already seen a lot of gameplay footage on YouTube. But again, for the people that subscribe to my channel, and for those of you who are dropping by, checking it out, this is how I roll. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the game. And again, this is just to kind of visually see what the third person mode is all about in Modern Warfare 2. I think it's a good first effort for this though. Op4T, let's do the TF. Let's see. And the default classes, and if you guys remember in Modern Warfare 1, when you play a private match or like one-on-one from the same console, you couldn't bring over your weapons and your classes from multiplayer. They only had these default setting or default classes that you could pick from. So luckily now you have your own classes. So I've unlocked a few perks, so it's actually going to be pretty cool. Alright, so here we go. As you can see, even in this third person, you can really get an appreciation for the map art. I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, look at that. I mean, if you want, you can crouch down, go prone. I mean, you see everything, and even it blurs the background, the foreground and the backgrounds to give you that sense of depth. And then if you want to aim down your sights, it does it like that. And of course, see, because I'm playing a hardcore mode, I don't have any sights, so that really makes it kind of like a, if you want to call it a war sim. I don't know how you can really take a video game and make it be a war sim, but this is probably the closest you can get to it because you don't have a reticle to control where you're aiming. And this would be a pretty cool game mode if they actually had it in the online multiplayer hardcore third person. Maybe that'll be something they'll add. But anyway, so let's say, for example, you see from this angle, my left side is blind. Like I can't see anything over here when I'm aiming down my sights. Even when you're looking from this direction, I can't see that door. But what they did was, which I'm glad they thought about this, when you're aiming down your sights, if you click down on the left thumbstick, you switch your focus. You switch your focus to now the left side. So you can at least have your, you can kind of get a more peripheral vision on that right side. Hit the thumbstick, you switch back. And this is good when you're trying to aim around corners. So say for example, if I was coming from this door, if I was coming out of this door and see, and I want to be able to see around it. Doing it this way I can't, but if I click my thumbstick, see how I can get a little more, just enough to see around that corner, and then I can shoot. But if I had it this way, I mean, you can still shoot in that direction, but you really don't know that's where you're shooting, because the way that the camera is offset, it doesn't give you a true estimate of where you're firing. So clicking in on the thumbstick can switch your peripheral, which is a good idea. So let's look at some of the mannerisms of the character. So this is how they look when they walk, which is, 60 frames per second. You have more lifelike motion. Clicking in on the thumbstick, let them run. They kind of run a little funny, but we're kind of used to seeing that type of running motion from Modern Warfare. Let's see. What else do we got here? Got grenades. I think. What the hell did I just pull out? Okay, I'm throwing. Okay. Alright, so that's just a brief run through of the third person mode, how it looks, what it's all about. So now let's actually jump into some gameplay footage. I'm going to tell you already, I know I'm going to get on. I'm not that good with online shooting in these types of games. I like it, but I mean, the action just moves really fast. I mean, there's people on here that stay on this game day and night, and I just don't have that kind of time to get comfortable with the game. But there are some new game modes that they have on here now. Let's see, you still have your traditional team deathmatch, mercenary team deathmatch, and of course the difference between those two, team deathmatch, this is more or less, for me, this is the one you probably don't want to play, even though there's a lot more people playing it. But the thing with this one is, this is where more of the clans will go. So people who are teamed up, who've played the game together for a while, they know their strategy, they know what parts of the map they want to set up shop and pick people off at and all that. But another element of this that you have to be aware of, if you didn't know, team deathmatch, it allows people to play as parties. So, and what I mean by that, in the Xbox, you can send party invites, and instead of chatting with your friends in the game, inside the game itself, you chat across a party on the Xbox dashboard. So what that means is a lot of people were cheating in the Modern Warfare 1, because what they'll see, they can always see, like, from their kill cam, if they're dead but their partner's still alive. In the game, you can't talk to them. Nobody can hear you if they're dead. But if you're chatting on a party, people can still talk to you, and they can tell you exactly where this guy's hiding or where he ran on the screen. And so it made it very unfair. So mercenary team deathmatch, what they did was, as you can see, no Modern Warfare 2 parties, which means you can't play in this mode if you're in a party. Which makes it a whole lot better. And also, this mode eliminates you having to play against a clan. So everybody who plays in this is actually just individuals. So you don't know who you're going to get matched up with. So you can't, I don't know if you can send your friend an invite to this match or not. You probably could, but this is better in terms of being able to have a more even experience playing team deathmatch. Of course, free for all. Let's see, wait a minute. Oh, my bad. I think I got this reversed. Okay. What they're in yellow is saying it lets you know when you can use party chat. So in team deathmatch, where you can chat when you can play a clan, and with people that you cannot do the Xbox Live party chat. But in mercenary, you can. Because you're just playing with random people. So that makes more sense, because if you're playing with random people, typically you probably won't be having them on your party, and you know them. Free for all is the same way, but free for all is pretty much it. There's really no tactic to that. I mean, you're just running around shooting each other and everything. You got your domination. You got Ground War, Demolition Sabotage, Headquarters Pro. You know what that is. And I run through these other ones in part 2.